Hey, it's your boy Leaveittobeav. I missed y'all. You know I got a lot to talk about. I'm going to go take my time real quick. It's Wednesday the 28th, and these are the breaks.
And these are the breaks.
These are the breaks. You know what it is.
What's going on? It's your boy Leaveittobeav, and these are the breaks. I missed y'all. I was off last week due to the Sparks game. You know, the Sparks took care of business, but I'm back this week, and let's just jump straight into it. Break it or leave it. Let's talk a little bit before we jump into the NBA. Let's talk about some college stuff. LSU dynasty. Now, you're probably thinking, what kind of dynasty is going on? I think LSU, college-wise, overall, sports-wise, might be a powerhouse, right? Baseball team just nationally won the World Series in regards to that. You also have the women basketball team winning, and you also had not too long ago Joe Burrow and the boys winning when it comes to football. So if we're looking at it, I think LSU is pretty much kind of in a dynasty fashion. If you want to win, go ahead and head to the Bayou. I honestly like it, right? You got good food and a good time down there in Louisiana. So I say go ahead and take a trip if you are necessarily looking for a home in regards to college, right? Now let's go ahead and jump into the NBA. We're still with our Break It or Leave It segment, and I just want to talk about the NBA draft as a whole, right? Victor Wembanyama went number 1 to the Spurs. We all knew that was going to happen. Now, there has been chatter, if you haven't been on the news, of Victor doing his his little repertoire with the Spurs, and he's missed every basket. Now, me, myself, and I can really care less because you just got to take it as it comes, right? Could have been nervous. It's a video shoot. Who gives a damn, right? I want to see how the kid performs in an 82-game slate. Not no clip of him missing shot after shot. Now, him missing shots, right? It's like a commercial thing, right? You know how many times they probably don't miss shots. Some of your favorite players might have missed shots in regards to it. So we just go ahead and take it as a grain of salt as that. But Victor's going to be all right, so y'all can go ahead and cut the chatter. Also, when it comes to the NBA, it's going to be a very exciting time right before 4th of July. July 3rd kicks off NBA Summer League. Now, if you're not familiar with NBA Summer League, it's kind of like a good diet of NBA news and NBA action before we actually kick off later in the fall time. So just to kind of give you a slate of who's going to be playing, we have Miami and the Lakers. We have Memphis 76ers. We have the 1 versus 2 San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama versus the Charlotte Hornets and Mr. Miller out of Alabama. We also have Oklahoma, a.k.a. Stockpile USA when it comes to draft picks. And we also have the Utah Jazz. And then closing later in the night, we're going to have Golden State and Sacramento. Now, I view the Summer League as a showcase. Of course, we know what our top picks is going to give us, but what I like to dive into is those later draft picks, right? Those draft picks that necessarily you don't really pay attention to, but they turn out to be incredible talent, i.e. Nikola Jokic, right? That's all I got to say. Now, as we're paying attention to this, right, I'm going to tell people now, and you're going to hear me harp on this on every single episode. CBA. The CBA, right? The CBA is what's going to go ahead and control how NBA teams are going to move. So if you are a fan, I would like for you to kind of dumb it down. You're not going to see these superstar teams anymore with this 3-man crew anymore. It's not going to happen. If it is going to happen, right, like we're seeing it with the Phoenix Suns, they're going to go ahead and start calling players that you probably have never, ever seen before, or if you heard of them, they haven't played in a very long time. So far, just kind of give you an example. Phoenix Suns, right? They have Bill, they have Booker, they have KD. On the wire, they have called Jabari Parker. We haven't heard from Jabari in a very long time. They might be calling on Dwight Howard, Mr. Horny in Taiwan, right? Haven't heard from him in a while. Stanley Johnson, haven't heard from him in a while. They got to fill these spots on the bench with players due to the CBA rule. Now, teams can be very smart, i.e. Summer League, because there are players that was drafted. You're going to have players that's playing from different G Leagues, and you're going to have players that are undrafted. This is where you find your role players at a young age at a discount. Because as soon as that player name pops up and explodes, it's time to go, right? So that's why you're seeing teams like Atlanta Hawks, right? They're trying to dump salaries. You see teams like the Clippers trying to dump salaries. You see teams like the Heat, different teams around that necessarily want to dump salary just for the simple fact they got to make room for this young talent that is up and coming and things like that. I'm just going to tell you right now, the game that I'm looking forward to when it comes to the Summer League, regardless of salary dumping, is going to be the Spurs versus the Charlotte Hornets. This is going to be a temperature check in regards to Brandon Miller, i.e. Paul George 2.0, his GOAT. I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Miller, don't you go get a podcast. Don't you go sit on the goddamn couch, and don't you go reminiscing about all the shit going on in the world. You go out there and play. Because Paul George, his ass going to be shit real soon, keep sitting there talking about a podcast like me. That don't make no damn sense. He's going to be on the next flight to New York playing for the Knicks. All right? So, but Summer League's going to be very fun, so buckle your seatbelts and get ready for that. Let's go ahead and switch gears. Let's go to our NBA Fast Break. And with our NBA Fast Break, there has been a lot of moving chairs, right? And we're just getting started. This is draft night trades. We haven't even got started with free agency. All right. A few things that have been taking place is Josh Collins from the Atlanta Hawks was traded to the Utah Jazz for a bag of chips, a.k.a. Rudy Gay, and some draft picks in between. This goes back to my saying, the CBA rule, right? They got to dump salaries. The Hawks is looking to build around Trae Young, in which they said all players is available but him. So they're just trying to find the formula to make him go. Might blow up the whole team. It's fine with me, right? My favorite trade, right, took place on draft night, was Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. The Poole party is moving to Washington, D.C., in which now he can do what he wants to do.
Bye-bye.
Chris Paul is now being shipped to the Golden State Warriors. If you know, and I know him and Steph Curry, they say they cool, but you know Chris Paul and Draymond Green, if he re-signs back, is going to have the best nutcracker finale you have ever seen. Them boys is going to be taking out nuts left and right in regards to how they play and how they like to kick and swing. So I'm very intrigued to see how this Golden State Warriors team works. Now, I will say this. It's going to be actually a very nice look because I'm going to take it back a little bit for everyone. Let's go back in the time machine. Let's go ahead and get this camera on me. Let's all go back to this time machine. Now, during this time, the Golden State Warriors was just getting hot, right? Let's take it back. It was Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. And at that time, they were still shooting, but guess who the point guard was? Jared Jack. Jared Jack was a distributor in regards to how he was distributing the ball, which created the ideology of Steph nonstop running and nonstop shooting. Klay Thompson, nonstop running and nonstop shooting. Draymond Green, all he had to do was rebound, and Draymond Green had a little backpack push out of his three-point backpack every once in a while. Let's fast forward in our time machine. Let's go back to today. We have Chris Paul, and we know how Chris Paul operates. He is a magician with the ball. Is a better point guard overall than Jared Jack, right? This is going to be interesting to see. Even though Chris Paul is in his declining years, he hasn't stopped distributing the ball at a high rate. And honestly, that's all we need Chris Paul to do. He can actually make Steph, Klay, and Draymond's job so much easier, right? I know we're harping over Jordan Poole, but if you pull up some highlight tapes over Jordan Poole is that young guy that was punched in the face, in which that year he said, I'm going to get mine, fuck you. So that's why we went ahead and shipped him to Washington, in which he can enjoy the strip clubs, listen to some Wale, do some great go-go dances, and eat all the wings he can get and flirt with every single honey that is sitting on the sideline. You go for it, Jordan Poole. You throw that pool party. Now, when we get back, we'll go ahead and jump back into some more NBA fast breaks. We're going to take some time to go ahead and pay these bills. Peace.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back. It's your boy, Leaveittobeav, and you already know what it is. These are the breaks. Hey, we're still right here in our NBA fast break. I know you like, damn, Beav, but it's a lot that went on in the NBA. I gotta keep you up to date, right? Very sad news. It's sad to me when the trade went down. Marcus Smart is no longer going to be part of the Boston sex party, right? He has moved on to the Memphis Gunslingers, right, with him and John Morant. Now, I feel Marcus Smart is going to be a very key addition in there in regards to it because if you're thinking about it, Dillon Brooks is no longer a part of the team. But I don't want to throw shade on Dillon, but I'm going to throw some shade on Dillon. The Milwaukee Bucks, Houston Rockets are interested in Dillon Brooks. So don't think he's going to be out the NBA just yet, folks. He's going to actually be on a team. They also said Fred VanVleet has been tied with the Houston Rockets as well. So I think Houston is going to have a lot of problems when it comes to this guard edition because they got a lot of guards. So we're going to see what's going to transpire with that. And my last point before we leave this NBA fast break is Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris is actually not used to this Philly slander in regards to it. He took to the mic and just kind of expressed himself that, hey, y'all won't find another 6'9" forward that can stick all 5 positions and shoot over 40%, i.e. and so, right? Now, Tobias Harris, you are correct, but there has been some nights where you flat out stink. You was horrendous. Like, you couldn't do shit to save the 76ers. You couldn't hit a fucking rock in the middle of the ocean. Now, don't get me wrong. You have been very vital, right? But some nights you look like fucking Marcus Morris and your back was blown and it stink. So just understand, me being a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you gonna get this slander. We're gonna trade you for every goddamn thing under the buck. I don't care if it's a piece of chips, Doritos, and Fritos. You're gonna get the hell out of there if we want you gone. So stop crying. You're gonna be all right, my boy. All right. You tell your daddy I said hey. All right. So again, it's gonna be okay, man. Because even his dad jumped on board. We don't want to hear about Pops jumping on board, man. Tell him I said hey. Right? Tell him to pull up some tape and we can talk about some of the games where you stunk it up wearing the 76ers jersey. All right, let's go ahead and go on down Figueroa Boulevard and stop at, I don't even call it Crypto no more because it's bankrupt, Staples Center, in which our game of the week is going to be the Sparks versus the Sky. And I can't say this enough. I honestly want to meet this woman because I am a fan. Nneka. She's an all-star, y'all. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, she has been balling, right? We fly high, no lie. You know this. Balling. I mean, she can't be stopped. Currently, right now, the Sparks are 7-7. So this game here will push them over the edge and get them to 8-7 over 500, in which we would love to see. I've been saying this from the get-go, right? I have been a fan of the Sparks and the excitement that these women are bringing. So Nneka, don't you let up. You stay on their neck and make sure you get the win against the Chicago Sky. And again, that is today. So when you're at home not doing much, go ahead and pull up that game and see what the women are doing. Because if you're not, I'm going to tell you right now, if any TV, we're going to be courtside, give you the play-by-play in regards to Fredo and Michael. So y'all better stay tuned, right? Y'all never experienced interview process how we do it here at Infinity TV. So y'all stay tight in regards to that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and drive further down the street. We still going to stay on Fig as I am the mayor of Fig. And we're going to stop at our Breaking the Rules hotel here, right? So breaking the rules. Let's start here first. I'm just going to be flat out straight up with y'all, right? Baseball. Baseball is slow. Baseball could be boring, right? I'm going to tell you right now, this wasn't a boring game. This was a flat out, I'm going to take my belt off and whoop your ass, all right? Los Angeles Angels, Colorado Rockies, 23 runs was scored on the Colorado Rockies.
Defeated
by the Los Angeles Angels. Now, I'm just going to kind of give you a picture of what it looks like, right? It's like this, where we all have experienced ass whoopings in life, right? We have experienced ass whoopings in NBA in which team scores in a bunch. You could call a timeout, right? We experience ass whoopings in football, right? When a team can just go on a run, i.e. Atlanta Falcons, you experienced it, right? In which you try to call a timeout, but it didn't work. Baseball is different. My God. 23 runs. This hurts because it's like you're getting beat not once, not twice, but 3 times, and it's one person at a time that's just taking their time with you as you being the pitcher, right? It reminds me of a Looney Tunes episode in which it was a Congo line taking place, going one by one down the line as they dancing, right? They're just going smack, home run, 1 down, 2, 3, 4, 18 runs scored in the 3rd inning. Everyone needs to be demoted in Colorado. Everybody. GM, pitching coach, pitchers. Y'all might as well just switch the minor league team for the major league team because I don't see no difference in what the hell I've seen. They even speeded the game up and it was still bad. My God. The Dodgers last night is playing the Colorado Rockies, and we got to see. I was going to wait. I just want the anticipation to build to see how big that ass was going to be. Because it can't get no better. It can't. It can get no better than that. All right. So we got to go ahead and pay some more bills. But before we go, we got Dame Dollar on the slate. And we also going to talk about how silence don't equal violence. Actually equals peace. We'll be right back with y'all.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. It's your boy Leaveittobeav, and these are the breaks. You already know how we got down. So we were stopping right here at our Breaking the Rules segment, and this Breaking the Rules is kind of a tit for tat, right? We're going to go ahead and talk about my boy Dame Dollar. Now, Dame Dollar, I'm going to tell you right now, I have the utmost respect for you. I know I slander everybody at a high rate, but Dame, you're going to go ahead and get this slander, right? Dame, let's go ahead and take a view to my exotic seat here, right? Dame, welcome. All right, Dame, I'm going to tell you something that is very annoying, right? Dame, if you want to go, go. If you want to stay, stay. Let's stop playing musical chairs with the organization. Let's stop playing musical chairs with fans. Dame, we know you have been a very, very reliable source when it comes to the Portland Trailblazers. We know this, right? But Dame, if your ass want to stay, stay. We already know you sold your home. Right? You talking about you want to see what the team do in free agency. They did a hell of a job in the draft, right? But you know you're not going to stay for those players to develop. So shit, that's a wash, right? Your boy Chris Hines, he keeps reporting every step of the way what's going on. He sound like he's a chatty patty person, right? When he has the buddies of LeBron and shit like that. But I'm going to tell you this, Dame. I love you. I love your rap music. But what I don't love is how you keep playing hot and cold with the organization. If you want to go, let's pack those bags. Let's go to somewhere that's nice and warm where there's no state tax in Miami Heat. If you want to go there, you can go to New York Knicks, right? If you don't want to go to the Knicks, pick somebody. Just pick. Just fucking pick. You want to come? You want Paul George to come? We'll take Scoot Henderson. I don't give a fuck. I'll pack Paul George shit myself. Shit, him and the podcast go to Portland. He can have a hell of a time, right? But dang, I'm going to say this, right? Going to Portland is not an attractive setting, right? Nobody wants to be in the cold. And quite honestly, Oregon during the wintertime is very cloudy, which i.e. equals depression and a lot of mental health things go on out there. We get it, right? Dame, just pick a spot. I don't know who's gonna come with you to play down there. Who you want, Draymond Green? Shit, I heard he might go to Sacramento. If all due respect, because Sacramento got the money to spend, right? I would say, Dame, just sign Grant, see what Scoot can do, and just give him that 1 year. Or if you want a player, right, you got to come up off some pieces. But Dame, seeing what they're gonna pick in the free agency is going to be very slim, because I'm going to tell you the same thing like I told everybody. CJ McCollum and them fucked the NBA over with the CBA. We have no more super teams no more. So cash is going to be tight, and how the general manager is going to work it is that I'm going to pay low rather than paying high, right? Look at the Lakers. The Lakers already drafted their backup just in case Austin Reeves leaves, right? They picked up a kid from Indiana. I'm going to let you know right now. Dame, pick a spot. Whoever you pick, I'm going to root for you because you're that guy, right? Only you and Steph got the range like that. But what we got to do is stop this prima donna bullshit, right? It's very annoying. It's very annoying, right? And before I go, I just want to talk about something very brief. It's kind of one of my previous segments I talked about, and I talked about before about NDAs and Zion. We're going to go back down that road again, but we have chapter 2 of this very crazy love triangle, right? And this segment is called Silence Doesn't Equal Violence. It actually equals success. Mariah Mills doesn't let up. She went back on Twitter and went heavily on Zion. She even went so deep to say, hey, I'm going to drop the sex tape of me and this man, right? Which I view as very extortion-based, right? She even went deeper than that, which I feel was a gimmick, and showed herself tatting Zion on her face. She went deeper than that to even drop a single about this man. Right? You know what went deeper than that? Adam Silver. Adam Silver literally said, you know what? Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That Twitter account was out of there. Out of there. Suspended her ass. Out of there. You know, he good for dropping suspensions, right? He dropped one on John Morant for waving the guns around like he just don't care. But she was out of there. Right? The reason why I'm saying this, silence doesn't have to always equal violence, right? You don't have to do something violence on the back end. Zion has literally been quiet. His baby girl is on the way. He's doing his thing wherever he's doing his thing, right? He might be traded. He might stay. Who gives a damn, right? But this Mariah Mills needs to get it in check. We understand that you had your fame when you first dropped the news in regards to him sleeping with you, okay? That's cool. But now you're turning from somebody that was important to Sideshow Bob and a straight clown of Mr. Krusty and all them in regards to it, right? You're just looking like a big joke. If now people are just picking on you because it just doesn't make sense in what you're doing. You're trying to distort, you're trying to get cash out of him, it's not going to work. You're trying to tear his character down, it's not going to work, right? We got a whole PR team to take care of that. I just want to say this, fellas, and women, or anybody that's out there, right? Be careful who you sleep with, right? Because if you don't, they're either going to hit you for 18 years, they're going to try to hit you on social media, or I even do it better. They're going to put out a fucking soundtrack about you and sing about how they used to love and make love to you and all this stuff, or drop your highlight tape in which you was stroking it left and right? It's up to you. Me personally, drop my highlight tape. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't mind getting the views, right? Shit, I might get paid by Brazzards or Bang Bros and all them in regards to my highlight tape. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, folks? Get your money. You get your money. Shit, this shit's better than OnlyFans. Drop the tape. We going to get paid. Might have a little Infinity TV stamp there. The whole network, everybody get paid. Sponsored by the Breaks or something like that, right? Just know, silence is the way to go. You don't have to get violent and just turn the whole world around, all right? I want to tell everybody, I missed y'all. It was great to be back. It's your boy, Leaveittobeav. Hey, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Leaveittobeav31. If you miss me a lot, you can also find me on Sundays on We Don't Make the Rules podcast, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right? I'll see y'all soon. And this has been another episode of The Breaks. Peace.